Well, today's gonna be I don't know, maybe a short video. Um, January 13th, between 5 and 6 o'clock p.m., got pulled over between Mobley Lane and Highway 49. Officer, bald-headed guy, in a sheriff's cruiser, silver with letters and stuff on it. Come down, kind of like pulled me over. I knew it was coming. He was posted up 2 days in a row prior, and Saturday night, or Saturday evening, came down there where we were at, in the process of tearing the house down. And anyway, he circled around and went back towards there. Mobley Lane is in Tennessee, anyway. And he pretty much violated my Fourth Amendment. But pretty much a illegal pullover, just because he saw me passing with an individual in the vehicle, a male at that, a male friend. And anyway, close friend that I've known about 6, 7, 8, 9 years now, about 7 years at least. And he happened to come down to help me with the house to tear down for the lumber for his new woodworking deal. Anyway, so this officer, bald-headed guy, white dude, young, pulls me over, asked for my credentials, gave him my license. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my registration or insurance card, but he said that the reason why he pulled me over was because my running light didn't have a red light on there, or red lens on there, and apparently the paper tape peeled back. So what can you do, I guess? I mean, the law seems to think they can do whatever the hell they want on probable cause or suspicion, or just targeting you, and it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, they're still going to continue to do it, because technically this is my 58th time being illegally pulled over on bullshit probable cause, or suspicion of whatever that's going through their mind at the time. So I'm the one who's got to deal with it, suck it up, whatever. No, not really. But anyway, it is what it is. So that being said, the officer went back to his vehicle shortly after he told me. He pulled me over because my running lights was actually still running, but the lens wasn't covering it. He also tried to state that the brake lights did not work. Unfortunately, they did, because I had a buddy of mine check the brake lights. I also hit the brake lights while the officer was stating what he was saying, and I looked in the rearview mirror and realized the lights was working. Then he tried to say I flashed somebody with the headlights, and no, I was on brights, and I took him down a dam. But unfortunately, it's okay for officers to run through town with their brights on and damn near fucking blind people. And, they don't care. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, you know, you circled around the house that I was working on Saturday night. Sunday I didn't go in. Monday, I happened to go down there and piddle a little bit on the house and stuff. And, on the way back, same officer was posted up facing Aaron, the back of the vehicle facing Tennessee Ridge. Alright. Noticed it, but didn't really give a shit about it. I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time when you guys strike another jab at me. It is what it is. But this time you happen to pull me over. And according to the Fourth Amendment and the fact of the probable cause and what Google says and the attorney says that, apparently that bullshit probable cause you said for a brake light to be out, but yet the brake light wasn't out. The running lights, one of the lights was out, but it wasn't out. The bulb was still there. The fact of the matter is, the same officer asked if we were on probation and asked for my passengers' identifications. Hold up. You don't know what you're doing? Don't be on force. Unfortunately, you pulled me over. You only get the credentials of me. You don't ask the passengers for anything. You don't search the vehicle. And that being said, every time I asked you to quit flashing that damn light in my face, you kept doing so. But at the time, I wasn't thinking. But in the position that you're standing in, you're actually flashing that light. And it was bothering me. It was ricocheting off of my face. But in reality, you were trying to blind me so that you could see what was inside my truck. Which technically, that's illegal. You didn't have a warrant. You cannot do that. Don't do that. So, stop while you're heading. Also, I have PTSD by the police. Your agency knows this. 23rd Judicial System knows this. And you continually to fucking do it. Why? I don't know. Americans of Disability Act knows this too. My mental health knows this. And apparently, I was told either 23rd Judicial, 23rd Judicial System, or the police force has hacked into everything I own as far as financial matters, insurance matters, everything. Phone taps, this, that, the other, family taps, friends taps, old ladies taps. You guys got a lot of people tapped now. That's just gotta stop. It kind of really aggravates people. especially when they know that they're being tapped. Alright? And on the same token, I've sent multiple request forms in for a FIOA, Federal of Information Act, regarding the same matters that I just pretty much stated, of illegal harassment, falsifying evidence, this, that, the other, and it's all certified. You guys have tried to send people into my house and get rid of the evidence. That wasn't gonna happen. Okay? Yeah, I may leave my door unlocked most of the times. But personally, I don't think. See, some people keep telling me it was a female doing it, which I don't believe that shit. Okay? I don't see any woman coming into a man's house, whether if they're dating them, whether they, whatever. I don't see a woman who completely, technically says they love their man would never do that. Okay? And, thirdly, I have video recording showing me one episode there was actual cop in a fucking uniform going around my house late at night, about 1, 2 o'clock at night, with a badge on. Now that's some foul shit, especially when I caught you behind my bathroom. Alright, I'm not gonna say anything that might cause an infliction on either one of our parts, but, being on people's properties without proper identification and warrants, things happen. You see it on TV all the time. I mean, I like privacy. I'm not with the socialistic country crap. If I was, I would be living in China. I love me some Chinese food. I ain't gonna lie. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna live in China. So I can't voice my own opinion. I slave for 10, 20 cents a day. No, I don't think so. And for an officer of Humphreys County try to tell me I have no rights, here, let me explain something to you. Any officer that works for the city, the state, or any federal agency tells a grown-ass man or woman of the United States they have no rights, that cop is a dumbass. Alright? I'm just going to be honest with you. So we have the constitutional law, we have the Bill of Rights, and we have the amendments. Well, technically, the amendments is the Bill of Rights. The first, I think, 10 or 14 is the Bill of Rights. Alright? So, of the constitutional law, it's technically all the same. But the Constitution is more so with all these TCA acts and all, well, that's TC codes. But I mean, what I'm saying is constitutional law was 14 or 16 amendments. I can't remember. I ain't got my poster around here. But anyway, they were rights to be set in print or English, whatever the case is, American language. Set in ink and stone before our forefathers of the United States, not of God's law, but, of the United States, to keep the government, city, state, county, federal, and, the presidency and all that stuff, political views, whatnot, to keep from being tyrant against our, our, its people. So, that being said, you know, you gotta abide by that stuff. Now, I'm just gonna be real with you. When the officer told me on the 13th of January 2026, between 5 and 6, when he pulled me over, he was gonna let me go without a ticket, I wouldn't give a shit if he gave me a ticket or not. Just like every other time I went to freaking court, it got dismissed. Now, understand this. You didn't have the Houston County or here in Tennessee, Houston County Sheriff's Office or here in Tennessee City Police Department did not have their recorder on whatsoever. It's normally you got a red light or green light or something like that. Now, knowing I had a witness in the vehicle that kept his mouth shut and he was observing everything. So that being said, that's tangible in court, So, understand something. Pulling somebody over illegally, because that wasn't probable cause and it's not deemed in court, for any court, that way possible. And even if you would have gave me a ticket, it would have got thrown out and expunged. I mean, per the state, So, the last 57, 58 times you guys came at with some bullshit stuff like that, it got dismissed. You cannot come back at me and throw it back in my face for anything because it was on your end, not mine. I've not caused no problem, no grief, no bullshit, no nothing. You guys are targeting me. So therefore, I'm going to tell you right now, it better stop. Last warning. Or I promise you, we will be seeing each other in court. Last statement I'm ever going to fucking tell you guys again. And I don't care if my dad sees me on video here cussing. I don't give a shit if anybody sees me cussing here. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm going to tell you right now, I am fed up. I'm tired. I had PTSD by the police since I was 17 motherfucking years old. When I was accused of something that happened in school, then they found out I did not have anything to do with it. You know what I told the damn principal? Shove that fucking thing up his ass in school. I'm not coming back. Now, you keep on pushing, and 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 you tell that son of a bitch who's ever hacking my damn internet, and I know damn well the police is doing it, because they had to contact the freaking, they had contacted MLEC to get the information. Trust me, I know. Stop it. Simple as that. Stop it. Or there will be, no, let's just put it this way. There will be. There ain't gonna, or will there be. There will be consequences in this situation. I'm not playing no more. I'm fed up. And I'm pretty sure there's quite a few other people in this world that I know are quite freaking tired of it too. I mean, I know two or three individuals that go on a street corner. They work the plaza all the time. You know, some of them got physical capabilities and some got mental. So what? You know, some people are slow. You officers don't like that? I'm slow. Fuck y'all. Okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, you can't discriminate on people who's like that. You can't, you know. And locking people up because they like to drink beer, even though you don't see the beer. You officers, you know, you see a cup, so what? You can't just go straight up to the man and say you're under arrest because you're drinking. As long as it's in a cup, you can't say shit. You know? Beside the point. You can't arrest people for smoking weed or carrying it in their car. Why? Because it's fucking CBD. You don't like it? Move the fuck out of my state. You know? Do your job. Quit taking payouts. Quit targeting people over a favor. Stop that shit. You know? You go to church every Sunday, but you don't preach a word during the week. You don't act like you go to church. What's the sense on going? You know? I mean, we supposed to lead and follow and this, that, the other. You know, I mean, who's for me to say what you do? Why are you following me around? Why are you harassing me? Why do you keep giving me shit? Huh? I mean, give me a damn legitimate reason. After 58 times of harassment, illegal pullovers, falsified evidence to convict the man. I have the documents. You thought I fucking burned them? Yeah, I burned them after I made copies. So, I just want for anybody who's having issues, just stay posted because I will be having more podcasts. I'm a United States American citizen. I believe in the rights of people. And for officers to be paid federally as a position to protect and serve, but yet only to target and harass, no. I'll give them the hardest fucking time I will ever give for anybody I find out that you did them wrong. I'm pretty sure after this video, I would like to try to find sponsors to help me fight for people's rights. I mean, I'm disabled, so I don't really technically need no money. My disability pays for my bills and stuff. But I'm looking for sponsors. If there's any sponsors out there, contact me. Leave me some messages in the comments. I will get back to you. I would love to hear what other people say about how officers or police officials or the 23rd judicial system has violated their rights and what happened. Now, if you got a pending case and you're fighting them, don't contact me, because whatever you say can be used against you in court when they see it online. Alright, just a FYI. So don't come at me saying, oh, well, you said this. No, you posted it online, so don't say that I said it. Alright, I'm just trying to give you feedback and give you heads ups. So, it is what it is. Now, the police around here in Erin, Houston County, Dixon County, Hickman County, Humphreys County, and Montgomery County, I ain't really had too much problems out of Montgomery County. They have been posting up and watching, but they ain't pulling me over or anything. I wouldn't advise them to, because, I mean, once you get more than one county involved, it becomes a class action, so it's already past that, you know what I mean? So, just saying. You see them eyes with that wolf? He says he's watching. Alright. For a man to sit on his ass and act extremely, explicitly calm after all the crap you guys caused him, there's not too much more problems you can cause. And because he already knows what can happen. They say without a lawyer, it's about 25,000. But according to the attorneys I've already done talked to, you're looking at enough to sink your damn bus inside the agency. So, I'd advise you guys to turn your camera on when you pull people over would be one of the problems right there. Now, I do understand that you keep illegally pulling me over and making it look like you didn't pull me over. You're making it look like somebody called you. You got life fucked up with somebody else, buddy. I promise you that much. Because remember this, every single thing you do is being recorded, dumbass. Anyway, y'all have a great day. God bless. And you know what? I hope President Trump finally gets this United States straightened out. Dan Bongino, he's a cool dude. I've watched his podcasts. Yeah, he's head of FBI now. So what? I like to see good guys get in there instead of these fucking lying son of a bitch and corrupt cops. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye.